Welcome back to the Camilla Tominey Show. What a show it's proving to be, because in the studio is the leader of the Conservatives, Kemi Badenoch. Lovely to see you this morning. I know you've been going from studio to studio. I'm just going to fill you in on James Murray telling me that it was fine that they were £4.2 billion in surplus. They didn't tell anyone because this is the way that budgets are planned out, and she can raise taxes if she wants to. And there was then a to and fro about whether or not there was a 20 billion black hole. Well, that's what officials briefed to the media. So can we just clear this up, because you're the leader of the opposition. Were you given the impression that there was a 20 billion black hole in Britain's finances on November the 4th?
It was a big press conference, the Cheerios briefing, you may remember. I was giving a speech that day, and I had to stop what I was doing to watch it. And I just thought, what on earth was that? Why is she doing this? She knew exactly what she was doing. She was trying to pitch roll higher taxes. She was trying to send a signal to the markets. This is why we have written a letter to the Financial Conduct Authority. We think there may have been some market abuse. But the bottom line, Camilla, is that she told a lie. She said that there wasn't any money. The OBR said that there was, and it's shown evidence that they had told her that.
Your sentences of up to 10.
She wanted to raise money for welfare, and that's what she did. Okay. This was a bung for benefits.
On this FCA investigation that you've recommended along with Mel Stride, Dan Hodges has pointed out in the Mail on Sunday that if you are found to have misled the markets, criminal sanctions for insider dealing and market manipulation can incur custodial sentences of up to 10 years and unlimited fines. I mean, it sounds improbable, the idea of a chancellor going to jail about this.
The thing is, if a CEO had behaved like this before they gave an annual report, that's what would be happening. Just coming out, saying things to try and get the bond markets to treat you a little bit more nicely so you can find money for welfare benefits. That is absolutely wrong. But the worst thing is that she's raised taxes now on a lot of working people who are now paying for benefits when they're struggling themselves. Telegraph today talks about £18,000 worse off, the families that are not on benefits. The average family that she's given money to is getting an extra £5,000. That's a lot of money.
Yes.
500,000 families, Rachel Reeves has given an extra £5,000. We think that's wrong, and that's why we would reverse the
We'll get on to welfare in just a minute, because I do want to ask you about your own plans to slash welfare. But on the Chancellor and now the PM, the revelation on the front of the Sunday Tell, he also knew that we were £4.2 billion in surplus. So should they both go?
If he knew, as I tweeted this morning, then yes, he is just as implicated. Because let's remember,
you can't really, this is the trouble. You can say all this, it's rhetoric. You can't really do anything about it. It's the same with Nigel Farage saying, there could be an early general election in 2027. What levers can either of you pull?
Well, what we can do is what Mel Stride, the Shadow Chancellor, has done today. Ask that the Financial Conduct Authority investigate. They may find that we're correct. They may decide that maybe they had just cause. But what I think is really awful is that a lot of people heard what they said. There were some people who drew down their pension because they were worried about what was going to happen. Some people left the country, I'm hearing, because of the talk about the exit tax. Others were fixing their mortgages because they thought it was going to be, so terrible. She came out there, she held that press conference telling everyone that she was going to raise taxes, changed her mind 3 days later, and is now creating,